This guy's name is Hayden, aka the captain. And this is a Cessna 172. And we just flew 60 miles to this restaurant to try their pie. The Crosswind restaurant is completely aviation themed and is located right next to the runway. They've got all day breakfast and a whole bunch of homemade pies. And of course, a killer view right from your table. So let's go find out if this pie is really worth the flight. Bright and early, we start by planning the route from Prescott to Payson, Arizona. Check for NOTAMs, make sure the weather is good before grabbing the keys and heading out to find the aircraft. Then we pre-flight the aircraft to make sure we're not hopping in a death machine. We make sure we have enough fuel, check the oil, a bunch of other stuff before we hop in and start the engine. And just like that, we're on our way. As the sun comes up, we begin our taxi to runway 21 left, where Captain Hayden takes the controls for the takeoff, and we're officially airborne. We say goodbye to the ground, but hello to this blinding sunlight, and then we get a pretty awesome view of the Prescott airport on the way out. The weather ended up being amazing, and it was the perfect day to fly, and here's what we got to look at, pretty much the entire way there. As we approached Payson, I started to configure the aircraft for landing, and this is where Captain Hayden thought it would be fun to give me a simulated engine failure and make me land without power.
Oh my god.
Now I had to make sure to get to the runway before running out of altitude, which I did, but I also landed halfway down the runway, which is not ideal. But that's okay, we're gonna work on that later. This video is about pie, remember? So we taxied over to the ramp, parked and secured the aircraft, and then headed inside. Got a prime table right next to the window, watched some planes pull in, got some coffee, ate some eggs, accidentally recorded the waitress, which I thought was hilarious.
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Shout out to the staff here for being super nice. And oh yeah, then this super cool plane pulled in and the whole place fangirled over it. And then finally, the main event, I got an entire pie to take home. And yeah, it was worth the trip. 10 out of 10. And just like that, we'd accomplished our mission and it was time to head back. We taxied our way back to the end of the runway where we had the pleasure of watching this jet land right in front of us. This time, I took the takeoff and I spun us right back around for a quick touch and go, just for fun. This time, we turned on course and climbed up to altitude where we cruised the 60 miles all the way back to Prescott. Here I had one more attempt at a silky smooth, buttery landing. How do we think I did? At the very least, it was good enough to keep us alive. We'll take it. All that was left to do now was shut the plane down, grab a tow bar, and back this thing up into a parking spot very carefully. Secured the plane with the tie downs and grabbed the pies out of the plane and called it a day. And that's pretty much what it's like to fly 60 miles to another town for breakfast and a couple of pies.